Varshita Tandon, a member of TISA, the Indian Stammering Association. She is from a city in India named Lucknow and is currently pursuing her bachelor's in psychology from Amity University in her own city, Lucknow. And she has also co-authored several poetry and anthologies and presented a research on character strengths and positive youth development. She is also the author of Varshita, that is a collection of the poems, and had won the title of Inking Poet of the Year by the Unheard Stories. Moreover, she is part of TISA, and through TISA, she is proactively working on her stammering or stuttering behaviors and spreading awareness about the same. She has been a pragmatic leader, leading the self-help groups in TISA. So let's welcome Varshita with a large round of applause.
Thank you so much, Ash Mama. Actually, I've joined from two devices. So one is my laptop, in which my camera is on, and that you can pin if you want to. Yeah. So I'll start with my presentation. Just a second.
Sure.
Okay then. So to add to that introduction by Ashma ma'am, I would like to say that I have been a stammerer for like 10 to 12 years, and my stammer has shaped me in a person that wants to help others and empathize with them and be compassionate about it too. So now to start with my presentation, I'm shaping the stutterer in you. By this, I intend to unfurl the person behind the stammer, behind all the shame, guilt, and embarrassment that people who stammer might face, and which might affect them or create a barrier between the person they are and the person they want to be. So now, before we dig dig deep into the topic, I would like to brief you as to what stammering or stuttering is. Now, according to the National Stuttering Association, stuttering is a communication disorder involving disruptions or disfluencies in a person's speech. There are different types of disfluencies, including sound repetitions, part word repetitions, whole word repetitions, blocks or the absence of sound when you might feel that the words are choked inside your throat. Prolongations where the first letter of the word is unusually prolonged, and interjunctions between words like and Now, often these disfluencies happen in conjunction with secondary behaviors, which include head jerking, eye blinking, etc. Another behavior that is found common among stutterers is avoidance. Avoiding a situation where a person might stammer, or avoiding to talk to someone are some of the examples. Now that we understand briefly what stuttering is, we will take a look at the types of stuttering. The first and foremost being developmental type. Now this type occurs in young children. This type occurs when children's speech and language abilities are unable to meet the child's demands. It is also believed that developmental stuttering stems from complex interactions between of multiple factors. Recent brain studies have shown consistent differences between those who stutter and those who don't. Developmental stuttering may also run in families, and genetic factors can also contribute to it. Now, the second type of stuttering is neurogenic stuttering. It may occur after a cerebrovascular injury or stroke, trauma, or some type of brain injury. With neurogenic stuttering, the brain has difficulty coordinating the different brain regions involved in speaking, thus resulting in production of clear, fluent speech. The third classification of stuttering is psychogenic disfluency, which includes a broad category of speech fluency problems that may arise from the manifestation of different psychological processes. It is comparatively a less researched area, and it may happen after an emotional trauma or some kind of problem with thinking or reasoning. So next up we have Next up, we have a research that shows that there isn't always a set pattern of stuttering. Speaking before a group or talking to an authoritative power could increase the severity, whereas singing, reading, or speaking in unison can reduce it too. Data states that early onset of stuttering begins with the age of 2 or so. These are the 5% of children worldwide who stutter for 6 months or so. If not treated well, these children could go on to become adults who stutter, and that is roughly around 1% of the entire population. I've seen that people tend to say that stammering is a problem or something that holds you back. Well, there are different ways to see things. In my personal opinion, stuttering is a vicious cycle. A cycle of guilt, shame, hatred for the way you talk, and most importantly, a fear. A fear of being judged, and thus stammering more. A common finding of past research is that people who stutter are stereotyped as being more guarded, nervous, self-conscious, tense, introverted, and insecure than those who don't stutter. It takes a significant toll on one's self-confidence and mental health. Now, one might take therapy sessions and practice home remedies to cure stammering, but there are four rules rather that I follow in order to not let this come into my way of becoming the person I want to be. I call it the 4-factor rule of stuttering confidently. So the first factor is destigmatization, which means to let go of the shame and guilt you've been carrying inside you for being the person you are. This is your unique style of speaking, and it's high time you embrace it. Once you destigmatize the feeling of being different, you can achieve any heights. Now, the second rule, according to me, is acceptance. Acceptance for the person you are, acceptance that this is your way of speaking, and accepting that you truly stutter. And that is completely fine. People try various tricks and techniques to hide their stutter or gain instant fluency, but when that is not achieved, the feeling of failure shoots up. So before you work on yourself, you need to accept that you stammer, and it is perfectly all right. The third factor or rule is openness. To be open about your style of speech, and to not care as to what people are thinking. Once you destigmatize your stutter and accept it too, you can be completely open about it to others and raise awareness, because this is one area which is kind of a taboo, and people need to know about it. Now the last the fourth factor is being fearless. Being fearless of the judgments and opinions people have about you, being confident in your voice, and being carefree of anyone who tries to pull you down. Because this is not one subject that people can let you down upon. With that being said, there are certain life lessons stuttering has taught me, and now I would like to share them with you too. First and foremost is being empathetic and compassionate. Now, being a stammerer for us, for like as long as I can remember, I have come to realize that empathy, that empathizing with people, and not only not only with those who stutter, but to everyone in general, is very, very fundamental. Because once you are empathetic and compassionate to people, they find themselves comfortable to reach out to you and talk to you about anything they'd like. And being a psychologist student myself, I think empathy and compassion are the two very important factors people should have in them. The second life lesson I have learned is being patient. Now, many a times it gets really hard for me to get a word out of my mouth, and those times I sometimes feel that that I'm wasting the time of others, or people are not interested to know. But lately I have realized that 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 it is fine if 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 I take some extra time for speaking, because this is my way of speech, and uh and and if and and if if I'm being patient, if 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 I'm being patient about it, I would be really happy if if people do that too from me. Yeah. So the third, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So the third life lesson I have learned is practicing self-love. Now, self-love is actually a very difficult task to practice, because you can only love yourself once you 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 gain respect for yourself, you care for yourself, and you truly accept who you are. Now, uh, now I feel that I have started practicing self-love once I started feeling confident inside out, and and when I refused to shy away from spilling my heart out, uh, and just being open about everything. Last but not the least is that uh, I feel that showing up each and every time and having the power to stand up for yourself is 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 I feel that having the power to stand up for yourself is um is is I'm sorry, I'm not able to just get out that word. So just we'll leave that. Now, for a person who stutters, it might seem that it might seem very difficult to be very powerful about such a thing, but that's life. There are no roses. There, there are no roses without thorns. So, to sum it up, I would like to share a quote by Dr. Satyendra Srivastava, the founder of the Indian Stammering Association, that the cause of stammering does not lie within the stammerer, it lies in the society. So that's it from my side. Thank you for your patience, and if you have any questions, you can ask me here, or you can reach out to me at Varshita Tandon 024 at